Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
It was a bit of a rough start, I guess, to the NFL draft because we didn't know what to do on night one of the NFL draft. Browns didn't have a first-round pick this year because they traded that and next year's first-rounder and the year after that and plenty more picks for Deshaun Watson and then gave him $230 million guaranteed. In football sense, he was your first-round pick for the next 3 years. Out off the field, we can still talk about that. So we need to talk about the draft, though, Jay. And, you know, I guess first off, how much of it did you actually watch? Because we talked last week, like, how excited are you? And I think, we had votes in our poll, and like 40% of people didn't care this year for the draft. Like, how much of the first round or even all 3 days did you actually watch?
First round, I got up to, I think, the last Ohio State when Olave was the last receiver taken.
Yeah.
And then I kind of fell asleep on my couch, I'm not going to lie. The interest in first round was zero almost. And I love the draft. I like to watch the reactions of the family and all that. But, yeah, after the Ohio State guys went, I was like, all right, kind of getting sleepy here. And then like a commercial hit, and I was just like, out, sleeping.
Well, and that's the thing, because as the draft goes on, all the insiders are already tipping picks. Now, it doesn't happen you're not as far ahead with the tipping of picks or the insiders knowing who the pick is on night one as you are night two and even day three, when it doesn't even matter. They're telling all the behind-the-scenes stories of the draft, and they got I was watching NFL Network, and Rachel Bonnetta, who's on there now, switched over from Fox. She was playing some sort of like funny detective and like playing clips of coaches and GMs on the phone that they've used from teams in the past, calling their draft picks, and like she's like doing like this funny bit. So like it's all about that on day three. But still, like, the draft is still so far ahead on Twitter than it is on TV because it's the spectacular. You got 3 different networks doing it: ABC, ESPN, NFL Network. It's just, it's a whole big spectacular. So, it's hard to stay in it when you know that your team doesn't have a pick. Peter, how much did you guys watch or audio, wherever you are? How much of it did you guys watch at the Tele-Up household?
We watched a little bit of the first round, and then really Jacob was on his phone watching it. We were kind of keeping an eye on it, but I'm not a huge draft fan. I mean, I will kind of pay attention to where what's going on. I'd like to see like what happens with Ohio State players, obviously where they go. If the Browns are in a big need, and that's what was really weird about this year, is I didn't feel like we had like huge needs. We weren't looking. We didn't need a quarterback.
Yeah.
We've got, an insane duo at running back and a lot of depth there too.
Which I was shocked when we ended up taking
another one. Yeah, I was too, but it was I did keep an eye on it, and it was, I was just curious to see where some people were going, but I thought it was interesting how many, defensive and offensive, like, linemen went in, like, way up at the top. I mean, where's the first quarterback was
number 20. It was like the latest quarterback taken since 1997.
So that was, it was nice to see the Ohio State boys come in there.
Who was the first quarterback? Kenny throws
Pickett.
A lot of Pickens? Something like that?
Easy. All right. Listen. Okay,
We'll
All I know is Pickens to Pickens picked is going to happen from the Ward.
All right. I'll say this. I love that the rivalry is back. And, there's that Pony Express guy that does radio in Pittsburgh. I forget what his full name is, but, he does stuff in Pittsburgh, and there's been back and forth between him and Ken Carman and some of the other media personalities here in Cleveland. Fans going back and forth, but there's more actual, proof on the field that both teams can actually go win the game, and it's not like fans are just trying to keep the rivalry alive as Pittsburgh beats our ass every single year. Now, got beat a couple times last year by them, so I understand the back and forth, and it's fun to do. The people that are just assuming that Kenny Pickett is not going to be good because I know he has the small hands. I know he fumbled a lot. That's an issue that they're going to have to correct. he went to Pittsburgh, and Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season. There's always the first time for everything, but until I see it, I can't believe that they're not going to be good. Even 9-8, Pittsburgh has been good under Mike Tomlin because that culture is established. Look at the Browns from 2020 to 2021. I was saying that a foundation of a culture was being built, but they didn't do a good enough job to continue adding pieces to truly build and sustain a culture here in Cleveland. This front office, this organization needs to do a better job. The Steelers for a long time have done that, and they've had three coaches. They had three coaches in the time that we had 20 plus changes in organizations.
Yeah, I don't.
The numbers are ridiculous in that. Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season. So if anybody is going to get Pickett to play much better and kind of control those fumbling issues and, find a way, even with what is considered small hands, find a way to play well, it's not going to be Ben Roethlisberger level. That's not what I'm saying, but good enough to still be in the hunt, and it's not going to be easy to beat them. Too many Cleveland fans, and it's fun to do, but the conversation this whole weekend when that happened was like, we truly believe, I was hearing people and truly believing that they truly believe that we're
I
just
just
going
like
to run
personally,
through it.
you know me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to have fun and poke fun at them. But I respect that team a lot.
The
They're
back
very, very well run. They've been doing it for years and
Yeah.
years and years. I don't even think Pickens is going to play this year, to be honest. The guy
Why'd you bring in
I
Trubisky,
wanted was Trubisky. I think he's going to be the guy starting this year. And good luck trying to take it from him when he gets it going, because I thought he was going to be really good this year.
Tomlin did tell the NFL Network guys that Pickett has a chance to start day one. So it's going to be a competition. So then it's like Trubisky's coming in there to try to get another starting opportunity to show that the Bears, it was more to the organization than it was the player. He goes to Buffalo, sits behind Josh Allen. Now he gets an opportunity thinking, okay, I can go to the forefront. Big Ben's gone. I feel like I'm better than the guys already there. Josh Dobbs is now in Cleveland, so there's not, unfortunately, they don't have as many quarterbacks there, so they're filling up their room. Trubisky feels like, I'm the leader, now I'm going into a competition. I have a feeling the Steelers actually told them they were actually more direct with their conversations than the Browns were with another quarterback, but that's for a later conversation. So, Steelers, talked too much about them. Browns, we had to wait until round number 3. What did you think about trading down from 44 all the way into round 3? Not just
really
down.
stunk because there's a couple people I really wanted, and one of them went. Actually, both of them went to our division guys. The linebacker from Michigan went to Baltimore, and I wanted Pickens, but I understand the move. You need to get some more people, and you need to get more draft capital. I personally like to take guys high. You're drafting higher up for a reason,
You are drafting higher up, and they wanted to recoup some of because they're still analytic based. It's not that they're only analytics like the 1-31 Browns organization was, but they're still analytics. They're information driven, and information tells you still need draft picks to build out your roster, build depth, have young guys that can learn, sit behind the veterans you already have, maybe contribute a little bit from time to time throughout that first season, but come in and when you need the cheaper guys on your roster and you can't hang on to your free agents, well, these guys are ready to step in. That's what the Steelers have done. That's what the Ravens have done. That's what every good team has done. The young guys come in. Look at a guy like Cam Hayward, who is now a stalwart with the Steelers. Someone like that, he got his rookie year. I remember just because being an Ohio State guy, all the information was always on Twitter about it. He wasn't playing full-on snaps. But once his time was ready, he
was ready to go.
He was ready to go. So that's what good organizations are able to do.
The Ohio State does that perfectly.
They do.
I always call it reminds me of like a shark teeth.
Yeah.
When one falls out, boom, there's one ready. Just blink right back up into another one.
Another
one falls out, boom, another one rolls right into place. They don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, so I'm watching day 2, and I'm getting into it, and then they trade down. I'm like, And I was going to call in, and I was going to go on to the Dogs Table because they had a great show going on. I was enjoying watching that. And apparently a squirrel was pretty ticked off about us trading down. because it chewed through our internet cables outside.
Did it really?
I lost all internet, and I stream
Oh,
like
no.
here, so I'm just like, boom, that's gone. And then I'm watching the dog's table, and it keeps breaking up, and I live in like a dead zone for cell service. So
Oh.
5G, no, I got
do-
like a half a G going right
We
now.
do too. My grandpa's house is the absolute black hole for service.
Yeah.
If the Wi-Fi is not working, absolute black hole.
So I
for
didn't
service.
watch it. I didn't see any of our picks. I'm just watching on here and hoping it would refresh. I'm like, oh, so this is who we're picking. So yeah, the draft was a complete bust for me this time, and I love the draft. I started getting into it, not like I normally do. Like I'll go through all those prospects and stuff, but yeah, this year sucked for me.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I gotta be honest, and you guys may not believe me. I didn't watch a single pick on night number 1. I didn't watch a single minute. Now I may have kept track of some of the Ohio State guys and some of the picks just to know what the division rivals were doing through notifications, but I didn't watch a single thing.
Did you have to work during the draft?
No, not on Thursday.
It
no.
was Friday. You were
No,
working.
we actually, fiance and I, we went out, got some food, and then worked on some line dances and worked on our playlist for the wedding. So got some wedding planning done, and that really helped. Friday I was working, so I saw the draft, but like didn't really see it. So for some reason, the crazy guy that I am, the sports fan that I am, the football fan that I am, I was barely paying attention to the Browns picks on day 3. I was just watching like the whole like 12-7, 4 through 7 rounds, 4 through 7. Just kind of like listening to all the stories and just watching these guys get picked and just having a good moment with their families.